Okay. Hello, Charles Traynor. How are you doing?
How are you, Lee? What is the name of the show this week?
I guess the name of the show is Please Still Listen to Us.
Please still listen to us.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well,
And in
I mean, it
parentheses,
was a
in
little
very,
brief. That's
very,
true.
very, very fine print, regardless of what you think of the album.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah.
Um, well, that's fine. I was hoping it would have been like Lee and P show or
No,
something
no,
this
no.
week, but
It's the. All right. All right. It's
no, I like the idea.
two cooked peas. One is the pinto, the other is the mush
Wow.
show. I'll be
Okay.
the mush.
I'm the undercooked pinto here.
Well, better
Well, I
than
got
mush.
I had an idea. And
Ah,
little known secret to the folks at home, but we got a little producer here on the Lee Gerson show. We've been operating with this producer for a couple months now. His name's Roger Dinglehoof.
huh.
And in the green room, when we went over the notes tonight, I demanded in the pre-production meeting. You remember that, Lee? And I demanded that I have a little moment to shine, and Roger said, "Okay."
Okay.
Because I'm a little diva like that at times.
Okay.
So we all agreed to my little moment to shine. So
Okay. I washed
we're gonna do
my
something.
soap with. I washed with Diva soap. So go on.
Good. Our ex mutual co-host knows I can be a little bit of a diva. Because folks, this should have been done 5-6 days ago. I held out for a minute, and then
It's fine.
I said I need a little moment of some solo time, but I need Lee to get back to me live on the air. Everybody, okay, here we go. So I'll lay it out to you, Lee. You got two choices. Did you have a book series called Choose Your Own Adventures when you were a kid?
I saw them.
Yeah, and you get to pick if you choose this, you go to page 9, and
Yeah,
if you choose
yeah.
this, you
I
go to
might
page
have had
12.
one. I might have
Okay,
had
cool.
one, but I've seen
Well,
them.
that's what we're going to do today on the Mush and Pea show. So, either let's do a tiny little Motley Crue mini review of their whole career, or I challenge you on the spot tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, 2 album reviews, and hint, one of them might be who the challenge band is in the first one. So you choose your poison, Lee Gersman, right now on the spot.
Well.
Oh, by the way, I have time to do it, so no pressure. So, I mean, you can either choose the Mini-Motley-Crue retrospective real quick, or a Motley Crue album against an album of my choice. Oh, I chose the Motley Crue album, too.
Yeah.
The Motley Crue album is Theater of Pain. Against an unknown album. Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
I could I could just both sound interesting. But I just for right now, I'll pick the mini review of their whole career, and I won't. But if you want, we can also do the other, just because I'm nice. But
okay, well, we'll see after the mini Motley review, because you might get so flustered. I know Lee. that you might be like, I don't give a damn.
Well,
okay.
All right, I'll just tell you. Is it like I just say really quickly what I think of each album?
No, let me. This is my little solo time. So let me.
No.
I'll throw it at you, and then you throw it back at me what you think, and then we should be able to wrap it up with a bow.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Let's wrap it up like a pastrami sandwich that only takes 2 minutes to do.
All right. And then we'll see if you still are like, huh. Okay. Motley-Crue. My opinion, this part is very subjectively. You can agree or disagree on this portion. It doesn't matter. So, to me, on the subjectivity matter, really the kings of hair metal. They're basically the standard of hair metal. If not, like the top 2 or 3. I mean, you got to at least agree to that, right, Lee? Of hair metal.
Yeah.
That silly genre of hair metal. I mean, I think Motley-Crue kind of sits at the top. They're like the they're the prototype.
I mean, they probably comb their hair with metal combs, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, because Hanoi Rocks, nobody knew them in America at that time. I mean, besides Lee. Right?
And I didn't like the song much that I knew, only because the guy sounded like he was trying to go lower, an octave than anybody did before, and it's like, dude, get out of the swamp with your voice.
But if you happen to be me and the other 1.6% of the world, no, I'm joking, but you knew of Hanoi Rocks, you'd seen them, and definitely they inspired Motley-Crue. But I mean, as far as probably specifically America, yeah, Motley-Crue is the fucking tops of hair metal. And a genre that really kind of sucks. Overall, I mean, if you take it in its totality,
I do have to kind of agree.
Sucks. Yes, I mean, it really does, and it always kills me when people still get mad about Nirvana. It's like, have you heard the latest Firehouse? Right.
Oh.
You probably haven't, unless you are just really a dork. But Motley-Crue, I mean, shit, they still tour, right? But I mean, you couldn't pay me to see them now. I don't know about you, Lee. I mean, you want to pay money to see these guys right now?
If somebody paid me to go in and watch 2 minutes,
of course I'd go in.
Yes.
If they paid me.
Yes. 2 minutes.
They could. No. Now, come on. They could pay me and I'd stay the whole show.
If they paid me enough.
Right. Now then I'd pay me like $100.
But no.
Oh, Lee, we need the money for the Uber Eats, the Uber parking, Uber this. We need everything.
Yes.
We need like $500.
I would say, but if Motley-Crue were performing across the street from where I live, which actually is like this really weird, huge building that seems to be a combination Social Security place and veterinarian office.
Yeah.
It seems to be both. And there's enough people going in the veterinary office, which makes me think that this is weird how they have 30 stories up, but apparently people have their dogs. So if Motley-Crue played there,
I wouldn't need all that.
But what I'm saying
that's
is
pretty good though.
If Motley-Crue played there,
yeah,
and it was only $5 to get in, and downstairs they had Bipsy the dog doing Flips. I might go just to see Bipsy, and I would not watch Motley-Crue.
That was a good one.
Yeah. But no, honestly, there is a veterinarian office and a social security place,
and Blippy the dog.
And it is about 30 stories high, and I don't understand it.
And with Blippy the dog.
I'm sure eventually he'll be there. Yes. There are some weird dogs who do weird stuff.
That is way stronger than my answer of,
okay.
Oh no, okay, that's way stronger than my answer of like the traditional, I would need the amount to park, I would need the amount to get in, I would need the amount for some beers.
Yeah.
I would need the amount to get something to eat after it's over with a ride home. And then a little spending cash to stay the whole show. So I would say you have a stronger desire not to see them, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But it still dawns on me from time to time. Like before I had about 10 minutes to spare, and I started listening to Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
As far as they're recorded, I'm right here.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay. As far as their recorded output, though, I really think they only have 2 good albums.
Yeah.
Can we agree to that?
I agree.
2 good albums.
And I
don't
agree
think they have anything that reeks close to a great album.
Well, all right. Well,
not a great album. Actually, good. Really, really, really good.
Actually, I like them a little.
If you like,
I'll say I 90% agree with you.
That's cool. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. So you might like one more a little bit more than me.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, cool.
And I also like another one. But all right.
Oh, 4 from Lee.
No, 3.
3. Okay. Well, I'll preface with my number 1 Motley-Crue album before. I said it on your show back on the Freeform days and other places. Personally, for me, Motley 94 is my favorite. That's me personally.
Okay.
However, it's almost like it's a 1A, 1B. Because 1B for me is Shout at the Devil.
Yeah.
Which typically Shout at the Devil is the majority of people's number 1 Motley-Crue album, which I am assuming, and I think I already know this, that's yours.
Yeah.
Okay. But Motley 94 still sits up pretty fucking high in Lee Gersman land.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's the only one where every time that I kept losing a copy, I kept buying it.
It's
so I actually physically bought copies of it.
But I mean...
Of course, I only paid like $5 each time,
I've said it's my favorite. I've said it's my favorite.
Yeah.
So obviously I would be biased because it's my favorite. Yeah. But I can also see why it didn't do gangbusters at the time. I can also see why it didn't do that great.
I actually would have.
It seems a little
forced.
If I'm going to be right, but if I'm going to be critical of it, it does seem a little forced. Like they are trying to be fitting in with grunge. But I do think, even though I love Carnival of Souls by Kiss.
Yes.
I love it. But I do feel like Kiss Carnival of Souls feels a little bit more forced than Motley 94.
Yeah, in fact, I actually think that the Motley album didn't sound forced. I thought that it felt like they were free to finally
Well, I'm
get a
also
little
saying
drunk,
that
and even though they might have said they weren't drinking, then and get and do some fun stuff.
right. I'm also saying that though because Vince Neil had a pretty damn good solo album or two as well, and it came out like before '94. But that's just my opinion. But it was more Motley-ish sounding too. It wasn't. This was different. It has different flow to it, different vibe. Karabi actually plays guitar, so they're thicker sounding.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee's drumming sounds the best on anything they ever did.
Yeah.
On '94. I love Tommy Lee's drumming personally. I get why some people say he sucks. I don't agree. Nikki Sixx sucks on bass, but Mick Mars, as long as he didn't play the slide too much, was good on guitar. And I still think Karabi was a better vocalist than Neil, but I think Vince Neil was a shitty vocalist, to be honest with you, and I still do. But he is Motley Crue, right? Really, I mean,
yeah.
It did sound weird without Vince Neil, so.
And he did do that album with Steve Stevens on guitar, a good guitar player, and between the both of them, they made an album that I didn't like at all.
And I liked it.
And I don't.
But anyway.
But if I'm totally drunk and I just want to hear something because I've heard everything else a million times, yes, I will hear it again.
My number 2 is Shout at the Devil, which is the traditional lineup. And that speaks for itself, that album. But even that album, though, I think it has a song or two I'm not that wild about. Because, like, '94 has Poison Apple, so I'm not big on that one.
I like it.
But, yeah, it's... but...
There's a song I don't like, but anyway.
But after that, Lee, for me, personally, if I had to rate the albums, I would go with the first one. The first one after Shout at the Devil. Then, believe it or not, probably Dr. Feelgood, but it's only the singles minus Without You. I hate Without You. I think that's one of my least favorite Motley Crue songs ever. Even though Dr. Feelgood has my least favorite Motley Crue song ever, Time for Change, on it.
Uh-huh.
Girls, Girls, Girls is overrated.
Oh.
Bloated, crappy. I don't want to say about Theater of Pain. Everything after '94 blows balls. Everything. Right. Everything they've made. I mean, it amazes me that people still go see this band. And we know that Lee really put that pedestal very high. Because he's joking when he says, I wouldn't go without Blippy the dog. No, he needs Blippy the dog.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
On top of them being on the 40th fucking floor or whatever, and under a lead-lined room, and but okay, so what are
I'm writing down the names of the albums so then I can give you my pick when you're ready.
But hold on a minute. Now let me do it in summary. Both agree. Motley Crue is kind of overrated. Kings of hair metal. I like 2 really, 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 really good albums and basically summed up the rest of them as either mediocre or complete shit. Now, you tell me those other 2 or 1.
Wait a minute. I'm writing something down first.
You don't write something down. You can't really say because one of them, I think, is the album I would pick on a review challenge.
There's okay. I need to know because
Look, I'm not going to tell anybody that Saints of Los Angeles.
Well, what I'm trying to say is this.
Have you listened to Saints of Los Angeles?
I've heard all of their albums at least once.
Oh, boy. Live? Motley-Crue live?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, did they...
Okay.
I need to know if I missed one. Too Fast for Love, Shout the Devil.
Awesome.
I'm just giving you the list.
Oh.
So then you can tell me Theater of Pain, Girls, Dr. Feelgood, 97, Generation of Swine, Saints of Los Angeles, and New Tattoo. Did I miss one?
No.
Okay. All right.
Minus compilations and lives, but we don't need to worry about that.
And I don't care about them. Anyway.
We don't need to worry about
that. My first favorite, and I do think it's a classic album, is Shout the Devil. I honestly think it's a great album.
I do too. I do too.
And then the second best is 97, but the song
97. That's Generation Swine.
No, 94 is the 90 something. Well, the self-titled album. All right,
yes, 94.
And the only thing is the song "Drift Away" I don't really care for, but everything else is really pretty.
And
good.
Mine is Poison Apples.
Yeah, but I don't like "Drift Away."
All right.
And then after that, I would say I like
Eater.
I do like Theater of Pain, and then I also like Girls. I like Girls too, but after a while, it does get a little bit like, okay, I heard like after the first couple of listens, then it kind of gets a little boring. But then after that,
Lee. As much as with Theater of Pain, spoiler alert, probably has their best known ballad that is listenable, which I don't think Lee likes as much.
No.
The ballad on the ballad on Girls, You're All That I Need.
That's the song that I don't care for.
I love it.
I don't really care for it, but
that's one of my favorite Motley-Crue songs on there.
But anyway,
but they did that shitty Elvis cover. But go ahead.
And then I'll say
again, there's always something that will ruin it. But
Too Fast for Love, only because when I first heard it, I had bought their first 3 albums when they only had 3 albums. So back then I was a completist. Maybe a complete jerk, but completist. And then after that, I will say...
what do you think of that song, Merry Go Round?
I like that one.
I don't.
I mean, it's weird, but I like it.
Merry Go Round and Round.
The one that I don't care for is On With The Show. But I can listen to it a little bit because I found out what it's about, and it's okay. But
wait. We can't go from that. Yeah, keep talking. I got to find that album. I'll tell you what my favorite one is. But I got to find the name.
Well,
I got to find the name of it.
All right. And then
Too Fast for Love, right?
Actually, that's one of the better songs on it.
Oh, the title track, dude. The title track, I love it.
Actually, Piece of Your Action is probably one of the best.
Love that. Love it.
And
Take Me to the Top.
Starry Eyes. That too.
Good one.
Yeah.
Take Me to the Top.
And then the rest are all right.
Wait a minute. Livewire is just all right?
No, I kind of like it, but I mean, Come On and Dance is also
interesting. That's terrible. I don't like that.
I like it because it's so junky.
It's weird.
It's like those crispy chicken skins that
I don't like it.
that are like way too
Come on, come on and
yucky,
dance.
but interesting. Yeah. Anyway,
That's the one
after
with the fucking cowbell.
yeah, but anyway.
Oh, it's horrible. But I mean, if you like
But
it,
anyway,
it's fine.
I'm
That's good.
the next album down. I'm only picking.
Saints of Los Angeles.
No, I'm only picking Dr. Feelgood because of the title track and a few other things, and then after that.
God damn it! What are the few other things?
No, I'm saying
Do you
I'm saying the other album. I mean.
No, you said on Dr. Feelgood you like the title track and a few other things, and then
No, I'm saying and two.
No. Did you not like the singles?
No, no, I'm saying and two other. If I said
no,
two
okay,
other things,
but I mean, my question is on Dr. Feelgood, which is their best-selling album. It also somehow inspired the Black Album by Metallica with Bob Rock. So it supposedly sounded the best out of anything they ever did.
I would say that probably whatever the next two songs are on Dr. Feelgood. But no, what I'm saying is.
But my question is.
I was just saying two things. When I said two other things, what I meant was two other albums now in the list.
Okay.
What I mean is.
Well, so Lee.
What I meant by two other things was two other points. Is because the other albums are so much worse, and because had only at least one good song. That's what I meant.
Great point. My bad. That's why Lee, folks, is the top. Because
I'm drinking, so if I say stuff, it's out of confusion.
You are the very, very good one, sir.
But now,
like a Motley-Crue album.
Now, all right.
Just let me ask a quick question, though, about the Dr. Feelgood thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you like the song "Don't Go Away Mad"?
It starts out good, and then after a while, it's like going to a strip show, and then when you see that the lady is actually stripping banana peels.
Yeah.
You say, okay, I'm out of here.
Ugh. And then after that, I mean that would be pretty much it, folks. I would say.
But I have to tell you something. Then I would have to say probably for me well, Saints of Los Angeles and New Tattoo are both totally horrible. So even though I don't like Generation of Swine at all, I would have to say that it's at least before those other albums. So it's like if they had stopped after that, I could have forgiven them. So that's next for that reason. But the next album, the one that isn't even the most horrible is New Tattoo, only because I actually don't think Brandon is their worst song. Whereas Saints of Los Angeles has tons of We Are Worse Than Brandon songs. So there's my list.
Well, and I've already said now I personally think Time for Change on Dr. Feelgood is their worst song of all time.
I don't even remember
does not think it's Brandon. I think Rocket Ship on Generation Swine is worse than Brandon.
Oh yeah, that's like going to a
it's Nikki Sixx trying to sing, Lee.
It's like a Chinese restaurant and then when you think you're eating sweet and sour pork, you find out that it's sweet and sour chalk.
Allow
Like that.
allow me a moment to have an emotional. What was that coffee our moms drank when we were kids, Lee? It was in a tin.
Maxwell House.
International
Nescafe.
something. Yeah, kind of like that.
Maxwell House.
Yeah, and they put it in their cup and they sit and smoke their cigarette, drink their coffee.
It's Cafe International.
That one, yeah, it's weird tasting. Nobody wants it, but our moms. And back in a better time in my life, Lee. I honestly do, though. I can't help it. But Brandon just makes me think of Ralph and Ian on their show and makes me laugh. Because that's all it does. Because the truth is, with Generation Swine, I did like 94 in the moment. I liked John Corabi. I thought it was bullshit. Motley Crue blamed the shitty album sales on Corabi. And when they fired him and brought in Vince Neil, again, I thought, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Generation Swine was basically a Corabi album with Vince Neil singing.
Yeah.
And I saw
Vince
them
Neil said he didn't like the album at all.
Right. I saw them do the title track on WWF Wrestling live.
Ooh.
I hated it. So pretty much from that moment on, I mean, I hated it. I didn't see them do Shout 97 at the American. I hate Shout 97, by the way. But I didn't see them do that on the American Music Awards. I tuned out of fucking Motley Crue in that moment. When they got rid of Corabi,
you were smart.
And I heard that shitty fucking song, Generation Swine, I was done. I never heard anything new by them at all until I bought the compilation Red, White, and Crew, and they had a song called If I Die Tomorrow, which was okay. I didn't mind it. But I never really sought out their new albums. But I have heard them since, and they suck. I agree with the rest of you. They're really bad. And I don't like New Tattoo. I think it sucks.
Yeah.
And
I don't
Saints
like
of Los Angeles. I don't think Saints of Los Angeles is as bad as the ones that hate it say it is, but it does suck. Believe me, it does suck. It's not good. I just don't think it's as bad. But
okay.
But that's the way that's just me. But in the end, I like 2 Motley Crue albums. Lee really likes 3. And that's how we see a mediocre band. And now...
Thank you.
Now, and make sure too, Lee, you put as a little segue, the tag on this episode, Mini-Motley-Crue review.
I will.
Now...
That way people will listen.
Right. And now on to the main event.
Thank you.
Back to Lee, and we're going to talk about Les Nessman doing Despacito.
All right. I have to give you a couple of stories about this.
Oh, I can't wait.
I was a little kid. It was very, very disturbing what happened. There was a little boy who I saw running down the street. He was screaming on top of his lungs like he was in horrible pain, but he didn't look like he was in pain. He just was screaming, and he had something in his hand. And I didn't want to get involved because I was young too, but I looked and I saw an older man around the corner looking freaked out and panting, and I didn't know what was happening, but the man whispered to me, "Please don't tell my son where I am." I gave him Les Crane's Desiderata, and he wants to give it back to me. And then another time, there were people who
Wow.
were shooting like they actually
Heroin?
had machine guns.
Guns.
And they were shooting things that were flying, and it was a copy of the album. So it was a pretty hated album back then.
Wow, really?
Actually, those were made up stories, but the truth is, this guy Les Crane back then.
Those were good ones, though.
Yeah, and they weren't maybe so totally off of the kind of thing, but
no, can't be.
This was an album that you could find for $1 or less anywhere. In fact,
there is no way anybody paid $1 for this.
Nobody ever bought it. Everybody ran away from it. It was something that
you gotta bring that price down, Lee.
Heard it.
$1?
Yeah. People heard it, one song from it, and then and then the National Lampoon did a parody called Desiderata.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know of it, but
I feel more comfortable saying I don't know of it, but yet
you could understand.
Think I could hear it in my head. Yes.
Yeah. And then
very Animal House music sounding.
Actually, no.
Not Otis. No, not the Otis. No, like the stuff when she's giving the hand job.
No,
that
they made it sound exactly like Les Crane.
Oh, I'd have to hear that. Yeah, no, I need to hear that.
But
I can picture it. Yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
But I like Les Crane better. But anyway, the thing is,
oh my Lord,
the thing is, people thought that he was a psychologist, and that this was an album of his self-help stuff with music in the background, and so people avoided it. And then I found out just recently, because I looked it up, that he was a television guy, and that the guy who wrote the words to Desiderata was a bank manager who but Les Crane does write a couple of things on here. He's not totally just spoken word. I mean, he's not just totally doing nothing. But
he's nothing.
But the thing is, I wanted to hear the album, because the only thing that anybody ever heard, which I had not heard, but my sister, when she heard the the National Lampoon one, when she bought me the album, the 30 Years of Recorded Comedy, which was a great album, by the way, and anyway, she laughed. She thought it was so funny, because she said this was Les Crane was on the radio so much, and this parody was so funny. Yeah, and so it was apparently very popular with people before I even knew about it. Les
Crane was on the radio a lot.
No. I mean, that's what she said.
Really?
But it was probably like that song by Gordon Sinclair called,
it had to be AM.
The Canadians, which was, they just took a part of his speech that he did on Canadian radio, and they put the national, like the Battle Hymn of the Republic to it, and it became a single, and they put it on KTEL. And then finally, years later, they asked him what did he think about it, and he kind of acted like, well, of course it was like I don't see the point of it, but if people liked it and I got royalties from it, then sure, fine, do it. Kind of like that.
You tell your sister.
But I will say this before you go on, that I think Les Crane was like the Gordon Sinclair guy, except he wanted to do an album. Anyway, go on.
He's also Gordon Lightfoot. You tell your sister.
Yeah.
Now, what was on the radio a lot when I was a child was Disco Duck.
Oh, she would know of that.
I mean, Rick Dees.
Yeah.
Not Les Nesmith.
Yes.
No. Not the WKRP weatherman.
Yeah.
Like we're doing today on the Lee Grossman Show.
Boy.
That's why we had the big Motley-Crue.
Because what was it like to get the taste of this out of your mouth?
Could be.
Or was it to say, hey, if you subject me to this, I'll subject you to that?
I mean, to me, this
Fair.
is the sound of... I mean, yeah, kind of.
It's like let's avoid going in the pool as yeah. Oh boy. I mean, let's not make it a 5-hour show though. But otherwise, 4 hours, 59 minutes, okay.
Tipping my hand a little bit here, but I knew nothing about Les Crane. I'll say his name, Les Crane.
Yeah.
Not Nessman or Newsbomb or whatever his name is.
Or Apple Betty's castor oil.
Nessman. It was Les Nessman. That's right.
Yeah, and Apple Betty's castor oil. Anyway, go on.
WKRP was a cool show.
Yeah.
Dude. Anyway, the Dr. Johnny Fever. I ain't know shit about this guy. I looked this guy's album up. No information. The only thing I found out was there is a song on this album that won a Grammy.
Ha! I didn't know.
Correctamundo. Huh. Again, proving, even back in 1971, the Grammys were clueless. And we'll get into it quickly. And that's about it. I didn't know what this was. Normally we do what I pick first, and we do Lee's second, but this is actually second. So it was based off of what I picked. So I don't know nothing about Les Green and Despacito and all that. So I don't know. But
I did not do it to get back at you. I actually wanted to review it. I actually wanted to review it because I figured that it was unfairly judged. That's the reason.
And that's what we do here. We challenge each other all the time. So let's go ahead and get into it with old Desiderata.
Okay, do you want me to start first or you? Yes, let's train Desiderata.
Well, how about me?
Okay, but I will say really quickly that I do think that the reason I did it was I finally heard the album and I wanted to prove that at least I heard more than one song. Anyway, all right. So what do you think of the title track Desiderata?
What is it called? Desiderata.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't expecting the beginning of this one here. It almost sounds like we get a commercial in the 70s. Then it goes into something like Vincent Price's first attempt at rap. And the message is like motivational speaking. Our singers here are a chorus of ladies. And yeah, man, this sounds like a motivational video for a job or something. And I'll give this a pass. I always hated these kind of commercials or videos or anything like this. I hated it. But this was what won the Grammy, Lee, as a single.
Huh.
This song right here. So, no, hey, I don't know shit. It won a Grammy. I think it sucked. Go ahead, Lee.
All right. I will tell you really quickly, National Lampoon's version goes, "You are a fluke of the universe. You have no right to be here. Believe it or not, the universe is laughing behind your face."
Well, we didn't say though, Lee, when I looked this guy up for this TV thing, at one time, I don't know how close he ever really got, but I guess they booked him on a network against Carson. Like they tried to make him like to take Carson out.
Huh.
But yeah, I can hear it in his voice why he didn't win.
All right. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay. But he won a Grammy.
All right. But anyway.
You love it.
All right. I can understand if when this is the first thing anyone hears from this album, someone would want to immediately shut it off. It has all the corniness and pretentious trappings of this type of stuff that was around at that time. However, it's not truly terrible. I can listen to it with a humorous smile, amused at the campiness. No, it's not one of the better songs on here, but it's really the only song anyone knows from it. And it's one of the most overblown things from its time, but I've heard worse, and I don't hate it. Okay.
Well, and you know what? I'm going to give the whole world credit besides me. Because I'm going to tell you, this is the first time I ever heard this song. Ever. And then he's like, this is the one everybody knows. And then it won a Grammy. And then there was this
everyone
song about
my
it.
age. No, everyone older than me.
Okay, that's fair. Because I was like, I've never heard of Les Crane or this song, but it won a Grammy. Leaf fucking loves it, but doesn't want to admit it. But he can understand why other people don't get it and want to turn the record off. So now
that's all. That's
great summary. Right?
No. No. I can listen. Okay, maybe. But anyway,
you love it. You just don't. You're afraid to admit it.
I like it better than the National Lampoon version, believe it or not. It sounds more soulful and honest. Anyway, now for
all right,
Vision. Okay,
this is a fun episode.
You're gonna make me laugh when I don't want to. Anyway, Vision. Okay, this is somewhat strange, and I like it because of that.
Oh.
It's like songs from the Hopi tribe with the Fifth Dimension doing backup singing. Rather odd, but it works because the authenticity of the indigenous music mixed with the soulful pop of the chorus works better than what one might at first think. It's interesting, and I think it's a cool tune. What do you think?
All right. It's a cool one, huh?
Oh. You probably think refrigerator cool.
Vision. Yeah, totally. Totally nifty. Now, Vision. We get more of the odd spoken word thing. And those ladies again here, like on the first song, Desiderata, or whatever it's called. Not as bad as the opener. Which, again, I need to remind everybody, it won a Grammy. So, what do I know? This almost sounds like an ode to Native American sounds. You hear that here in this one, Lee?
Yeah. If you heard what I just said.
Sure.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay, sorry. All right.
I mean, it's odd to me, this one here, but not as bad as the opener. But I don't really like it, but it's better than the opener.
Huh. Okay. What do you think of Beauty Shining from the Outside?
Mine was Friends.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see that right here. That's me being drunk. Okay, what do you think of Friends?
So, as far as the drums and some of the guitar sounds, here having a rock type feel, which would be good for me at least. I don't know about the rest of the world, but for me at this point of listening to this, yeah, it'd be good for me. But this dude's stupid voice, man. It sucks really bad, man. And, it's funny, but there's no way a lady, because he kind of says it in the beginning, like, hey, baby, come here and let me tell you about friends. It's like, there's no way she's going to go talk with this dude. This is laughingly silly, bad friends.
All right, I put...
My ass. Jesus, go ahead.
This is cool because of the purposefully, almost fake way it's going about saying its message. The music is soulful with a tinge of cheese, and the somewhat creepy making a past voice of Les Crane works with the song, not as a natural development of it, but an odd addition suddenly appearing. But that's what makes it interesting. It's one of the more interesting songs on the album. Okay.
Gene Simmons on Christine 16, not creepy. Les Crane, yes. New poll on the Lee Gerstmann Show Facebook group. All right, go ahead, Lee.
You can quote that.
Yeah.
Anyway, beauty shining from the outside. Okay. I don't mind it, and I can sympathize with listeners who were hoping to hear a song without Les doing any narration, and so here is the song for them. But I feel, when I hear it, that it's missing the element of his spoken word part. It's as if he was supposed to be on the track, and someone forced him to stay outside of the studio while he tried unsuccessfully to go in and do his role. So it's like an okay cake that's missing an odd ingredient that usually makes it taste strange, but the absence of it seems like it needs that something. So it seems rather well done but incomplete. What do you think?
I kind of think the same way. Usually I skim my notes, folks, when we do this, but I'm not going to do that on this one. Because I kind of think the same way about this song.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what ingredient it was. Right? You said it's kind of missing an ingredient. I don't know. Did you say which one?
His voice.
Right, but which ingredient in the cake?
The voice. His.
But that's not an ingredient. Is it the eggs or the milk, the flour?
Okay. It's.
I know what it is, but I mean, it's I haven't mentioned it yet.
It's the sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly, and that's why so far, Lee, where I differ with you, is this is like the best one I've heard so far.
Oh.
Because you don't have his stupid voice.
Huh.
And one thing we've missed overall so far, I'd be remiss to say, this shit has been so saccharine. I don't know. For those with blood sugar issues, you may not want to listen to this record because mine shot up quite a bit until we got to this song. So you were right on the money with the cake analysis.
Boy.
That was the sugar element.
Ooh.
This was not as saccharine. Now, is it a good song? No. But I mean, it's the best one out of this lot of crap so far. Because he wasn't in it.
Oh.
All right.
All right. What do you think of Happiness? I Got No Cares.
Oh shit! Get a little bite to your voice now.
Hey, never mind. Go on.
Happiness.
I'm gonna drink.
Goes as it comes, or some shit.
Gonna get some. Now, Happiness. I Got No Cares.
I got no cares.
All right.
Correct. Now we got some kids singing. Oh wow! We're trying everything here, complete with some knockoff Chicago horns.
Ha!
Yeah, this makes Sunshine Days by the Brady Bunch sound like war pigs. Putrid. And I'm sorry, kids, even though the kids made this record, I wasn't even born until 3 years later, So they would be like way older than me. So you need to go slap your parents for allowing you to be on a Les Crane album. That's what I think of this song.
All right. I said,
horrible.
The kids sound like me when I was that age, but my voice sped up and me doing 20 overdubs. It's really oddball. I can't say I especially like the song, but I also can't say I'm not amused at the total ridiculousness of it. Are they, the producers, trying to say we need Les Crane back? If that's the case, the song works, but only as a means to get him back in the studio. All right.
Oh, yeah. And he wasn't in the song. So it's pretty cool for that, too, folks.
Oh, no. That's the thing it needed.
No.
Anyway, yes. Anyway.
Okay, next song.
All right. I didn't write this in the notes. But when I say Esperanza, hope, I really hope that Esperanza Spalding's parents didn't name her after this song. Anyway, the one good moment in this song is Les Crane. It needs him. The song is too weirdly druggy happy, like everyone is on something different and they don't even know what planet they're on, but they managed to sing the words correctly. It isn't really a song I like, but I like it better than the last two songs merely because of Les. Okay? What do you think? You're like the cook who said, that guy really likes eating those turds I made. Anyway, go
Esperanza?
Esperanza.
No, it's Esperanza.
Oh, Esperanza. All right, Esperanza. Whatever.
Yeah, it's Esperanza.
Or whatever.
Because I'm thinking, Esperanza Spalding's that jazz bassist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, she ain't named after this bullshit here. Get out of here. Oh my God, man. Les had to peek his ass back in there, right? Lee?
Yeah. I think for good measure, but
I'm very surprised. Who thought this was a good idea? I mean, this guy's TV voiceover doing an album as well. It sucks. Like, what is he talking about? And man, it's hard to find 70s music that sucks. Well, hey, peeps, you want to hear some 70s music that sucks? Check this out.
Oh, boy.
And if you like the sound of voiceovers on amusement park ride sucks, you'll love this. This guy's voice makes me angry. And so does this song. Fuck it. And that was covering Nature. I already went into Nature. I did both of them. I hated both of them.
All right. Anyway.
And you love Nature.
So you don't need to talk about Nature?
You need to.
Because you just want to get this crap over with.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's crap anyway. Nature, wilderness. Okay. Not horrible. A bit like if the band Jade Warrior did music for Hallmark cards. There's a hint to the song Stranger in Paradise, even if not a direct quote. I do like when Les does his narration, but now I have to say the producer needs to get better music to accompany him. This is okay, but almost not.
No, it's really bad. It's like riding on one of those off-brand amusement parks on their train.
And then it all of a sudden falls off because it wasn't built correctly and
the animatronics don't work and shit. And,
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is scary. And what's this guy talking about? And meanwhile, it's Les Nessman talking to you on the train.
Yeah.
It's that bad, folks.
Okay, whatever.
But if you like that kind of sound, you'll love it. See, I give it a positive spin.
Good boy.
And we still have...
At least the rubber is chewable.
And we still have a few more.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, Courage, Eyes That See. Okay, I like the drum part when Les is narrating. And I like the regular song part without him, but the middle moment when it's him and the drums and the chorus don't sound right to me. The chorus should have waited until he finished, and then they start. But otherwise, the song works mostly, and it's okay, and I kind of like it. What do you think?
Courage, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, I agree, actually, on most of what you said. If most is like half.
Okay.
That sound good?
That sounds better than so far what you've said.
Let's guess which half, shall we?
Maybe the part that... Never mind, I don't know. The part without him.
With the drums.
Okay.
The drums here are pretty damn good, man. I'm giving credit. Damn near hip-hop good, Lee.
Right on.
But not old MC Butt Munch here. Les Claypool, or whatever his name is at this point.
Yeah.
No, he does not belong here. He brings no value at all. Really, nothing. Zero. I really have no idea what is going on here. Because this shit sucks. All right. And we got some more.
All right. What do you think of Independence?
But I did like the drums a lot.
All right. Independence, a different drummer.
And then he brought up Drama. That's so sweet. Probably the best song on the album. Really, right, Lee? I mean, it's got a gospel-y type feel, and sure, again, no less. All. So this kicks ass comparably and strongly comparably. Not a good song, but here on this album, it's damn fine.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lee.
All right. I'll say I actually like that a lot. I forgot that he wasn't on it. But anyway, it's bizarrely, with the first part, kind of like Funkadelic's Wars of Armageddon, and then switching to songs from Boz Scaggs' album Moments. Something that I never otherwise think possible, and especially on this album. But all I have to say is well done.
And I also, at one point, thought about Enough's Enough.
Oh.
Right. Okay, so we got one.
That's the album that I hope you don't pick for us.
No, it won't.
Thank you.
And so
the last song,
Les Nessman song.
Yeah,
here we go.
Love, children learn what they live. That's what it says. Anyway,
on mine it said but on mine
it should
on
be
Apple
love.
Music it says lean what they live. Huh? That's what it says.
Either way, it's kind of weird. Anyway.
Children leave what they live.
Leave?
Love children, leave what they live. Lean what they live.
Either way,
whichever.
Sounds weird. Okay. Ordinarily, I would not like this type of song, but actually, it's well done. It's done well, and it's got a positive message. So even though I think it's a bit syrupy, I don't mind it this once. And I think overall, even if the album is imperfect, this song doesn't ruin the momentum. Okay, what do you think?
I'm sorry, I vomited. there for a minute.
Oh, boy.
So, of course, we go out with this incredibly saccharine song that would make you vomit like it did for me a minute ago.
Oh.
Who the hell needs to hear this shit? I guess I needed to, so you folks at home wouldn't have to. And I don't recommend trying to either. And for those of you that did before, I'm sorry. And for those of you that grew up with this crap and listened to it on the radio all the time, I'm sorry.
They only listened to that one song. Nobody bought the album.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, we had cool shit on the radio like Enough's Enough.
Oh boy.
Stuff like that. No. So the challenge is the albums was yours would have been Theater of Pain, Motley-Crue.
Yeah.
Against my pick, but I don't know if I'd have to get back to you on the actual name of it. I think it's self-titled album, but I could be wrong. But you'll know the band. Are you up for the challenge?
What?
Nelson.
Oh.
What is the name of that album? I'll find out.
Not After the Rain?
Yeah.
I've actually heard it.
Yeah. Now you're talking. So we'll see if Lee comes through on the challenge tomorrow, folks.
You know, if you were willing to do this, and I didn't even do it. Well,
he loves Ricky Nelson, folks.
You're doing a Lee on me, so I will accept that. I will respect you for doing that. Okay.
Right on. So look forward to tomorrow, roughly the same time. I doubt if any of the episodes will be this long, but anyway, it was worth listening to Les Crane for that alone.
To get me to do Nelson.
And to your sister, Les Crane, he rules.
No, I don't think she liked him either.
Oh, well, he kind of sucks. He totally sucks, except the song you remembered and haha. Okay. And we loved the whole album, folks.
I actually would.
Well, the ones with
I actually listened to it for
the ones without less, not so much.
Yeah, those aren't the ones that I liked as much.
But the ones with them are pure gold in Lee Gerstmann land.
I think he's cool.
That's a great summary of what's going on in Lee Gerstmann land.
Yeah.
On this show, this band, this album, this group, it's just less whatever.
Yeah.
He thinks the ones with only less and maybe some backing vocalists are pure gold.
Are better than the others.
And I disagree and think the other way.
Boy.
So that means I liked it even less because there was only a couple without him.
Yeah.
And the rest of it sucked too.
Yeah, it's like you wanted a less album.
Right. I was able to actually talk about Motley-Crue for like 35 minutes. So,
okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Ooh.
Anyway, I still don't care. I love doing the show. And thanks for having me back again, Lee. And you take us on home. You
okay, I'm just going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.